the identities that you carry, by consciously unclutching from everything and moving more and more inward, you start recognizing the Paramashiva space, who you are. The more you recognize the Paramashiva space, you wake up to the Paramashiva space, you manifest Paramashiva as your reality. It is not the siddhi that you visualize something and experience that, but simply you start experience the higher reality because you are Paramashiva. That is what Bhagavan says very clearly, that you don't doubt the whatever the delusion, but you question the delusion and trust the truth. Who you are is Paramashiva. That is the very existential reality. How you are manifesting, even your breath, even your digestive system and all the system that is running your body. Even now, clearly they say you can't create a cell which can become a human, but a cell slowly grows and forms and becomes an eye which can even perceive some reality. Just a cell which grows into an eye, a cell which grows into a body, one cell can manifest all that is required in the universe into a human being. So the highest place that each cell, that microcosm, is nothing but a reflection of the macrocosm. Our cells, our body, that we are more and more, when we start asking who's the experiencer in the body. A dead body also have a vocal cord, but it cannot sing, it cannot hear. But what is that? You have something different than a body which is there. The Paramashiva space in you makes you recognize all that and makes you experience. But going within and asking the question, who is experiencing all this? And deeper, you start realizing that it is not the body, it is not the mind. How is it getting reflected in your brain? That how is that you're experiencing the whole thing? Is it your brain which is experiencing the whole thing? What is that you are experiencing then? That is why Bhagavan beautifully says, when you start experiencing something, looking in where is the experience happening, you will simply see only Paramashiva manifesting as the ultimate reality. Bhagavan gives the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana from the Valmiki Ramayan, Sarga 65, sage Vishwamitra demonstrated the power of length dimension. He did a deep penance to receive Lord Brahma's blessing for downloading all four Vedas. And not only all four Vedas, Brahma gave him the Gayatri mantra, the greatest mantra that Bhagavan has given all of us, the Diksha, for us to chant 11 times during the Guru Puja. Every day when you chant, simply it opens up a new dimension, new possibility that you can experience. And all these great signs, they did tapas for 1000 years. We are sitting here with such a beautiful space of oneness and experiencing the higher reality just like that. Bhagavan beautifully speaks on the length, breadth, depth, dimension here in Atma Pramana.
Later. It is not, the whole gravity theory is stupid. I'll establish a little later. First, listen. Breath means visualization. Anywhere the length calculations does not fit in, but there is certain logic flows into it. I'll give you an example. Canvas, paint, and the effort of the painter, all three put together is painting, but it is not that all paintings are going to be same. For example, same amount of canvas, same amount of painting, same amount of paint and canvas, give it to 10 different painters, the 10 different paintings are going to come. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is not same 3 in all the 10, but there is certain level of freedom only is available. For example, if you give the same amount of canvas and painting, he is not going to produce 10,000 paintings. In the painting there will be differences, but 10,000 paintings will not be produced. So which does not fall under the clear logic, where there is certain personal freedom and involvement of the life. Listen carefully. It is not only human life. Any life, if it involves with logic, and the life's involvement impacts the logic, that dimension is called breath. No involvement of life, matter functions with a dead law is length. Involvement of the life alters the result of the matter only to a certain level, not completely, is called breath. And independent of length and breadth, spirit alone can play anything it wants, is called depth. I don't know whether... Did you guys get it? Shall I repeat? Listen. Matter forming materialistic conclusions is length. Spirit crisscrossing the matter, influencing, changing the result only to certain level is breadth. Spirit, independent of matter, playing and doing its own dance and can create anything from zero to infinity, is depth. In depth, in length, spirit does not matter, only matter matters. In breadth, spirit and matter both matters. In depth, only spirit matters, no matter matters. Listen, this is what is dimensions of universe, basic unit dimensions.
Beautiful, we saw the dimension of universe. Now let's go to the...
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how the length has no definition of what the spirit, the consciousness is part of it, just the materialistic world. Once it moves to the breath dimension, both the consciousness and the matter starts playing. Once you experience the depth dimension, then you are consciousness, and the deeper and deeper you recognize the depth dimension, you break into the space dimension, breaking the time dimension, and life becomes the present moment, the power over present. All this great science Bhagavan has beautifully given, and simply the Balasans in the courtyard experienced all this, and the Nithyananda participants were doctors, scientists, all of them were there. And beautifully they recorded all this, whatever Balasans did. The Mensa tested, the CAT exams, not only the answers, they were able to write the questions if the page number was given. And doesn't matter what age they were, what they were, but simply they downloaded everything from the consciousness. Here you can see how their experience, the Nithyananda participants' experience on all these questions when they listen to the Balasans answering these questions from just nowhere, just from consciousness.
And I graduated from college about a year ago. And the last few days when we were doing the Shaktinipada with the Balasans and seeing them manifest these powers, what Shaktirupa was feeling is literally the logic is like a poor man's way of functioning. And how Swamiji, how this place is literally for how casually we are manifesting the powers. If it was in the outside world, we'll be like, we didn't even feel that it was such a big thing. But only today when we're walking here and talking about it, we're like, oh my God, literally the whole knowledge, they are just getting it and like nothing. So literally for anyone, like if you want to get like 10 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever names you want, I think you should just come to the ashram, just think which ones you want and stay here for a few months and just come back and go and pass all those tests and go back with 10 degrees, 20 degrees.
Beautifully she said how you can be in the ashram, just download everything, then go back and run your life. You will know much more than what you did and what you could receive from planet Earth. Something much beyond, and not just the thoughts, not just the ideas, but going into the thoughtless space, how you experience the deep sleep every single night. Bhagavan says, getting into the same deep sleep consciously and with full awareness is the ultimate space of Paramashiva, where you start manifesting whatever Paramashiva wants to manifest through you, all your desires, all the fulfillment, all the great things, auspiciousness, abundance, much more than you can experience or think about starts happening in your life. And nothing need to be feared, or nothing need to be struggled, or nothing we have to worry after that, because simply Paramashiva becomes our reality. And beyond the death and beyond all that, the pattern, karma pattern, we can live as conscious sovereignty. Here, Bhagavan beautifully gives the instruction to experience the oneness and manifest the length dimension. Make sure you can write in a piece of paper all the questions that you want, or you can download any of the poetry or prose or stories or slokas, whatever you want to just download large amount of information. You can write the questions in a piece of paper. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva all the great truths that Bhagavan has just given us about conscious sovereignty and how life runs without making decision, without making plans, without thinking. How can it run? Bhagavan shows us through these power manifestation how auspiciously and abundance can happen to us when we run the life beyond all the materialistic world, the actions that we need to do and that we are taught to do by the society. Bhagavan is teaching us, reprogramming us, dehypnotizing us, the whole science to make us manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Dehypnotize the whole context that what we are totally given by the society again and again, programmed into the matrix. Now the only way to get out of the matrix is start manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, which pokes hole in your logical life and makes you understand Paramashiva is who's making even you experience the whole reality. Now bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Visualize Paramashiva, Parashakti, Sundareshwara, Kalabhairava, your Ishta Devata into your third eye. Absolute unclutching. Anything that you know as idea, views, positive thinking, or anything that you call from the outer world as your words, thoughts, and all that you know from your outer world identity, drop everything. How you drop everything to go to deep sleep. One thing, you are never bored, never tired. You do it from the day you're born to now. There is no difference how much you enjoy it. And all of us all over the world enjoy that. And not only us, even the animals and the plants. So something beyond us is existing as the space of Paramashiva, which we all love to reside, and by the very nature who we are. And simply unclutch from everything. How you go to deep sleep, just go into the same deep sleep, but without going into the sleep, be aware, be conscious, sit with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, like Bhagavan said, and experience Paramashiva as your reality. Entangling with Bhagavan in the oneness space, Bhagavan says, once you're dropping the outer world, unclutched from it, then you can mirror me in the quantum space. And simply by listening and chanting from your navel center, you will start experiencing the quantum reality as your reality. You are Paramashiva, and you can start experience that right now, chanting the Mahavakya, manifesting the length dimension. Let's start chanting with a deep listening.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's burden manifest in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our burdens. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's burden manifest in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our burdens. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all of us. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our burdens. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Now please verify whatever prasada, whatever is downloaded in you. Google and verify the poetry or the prose or the story or the slokas or any question that you had answer to it, and whatever got downloaded, verify with the details. Completely when you are giving up the identity and just residing in the space of Paramashiva, he just rushes and starts manifesting in you. How Prahlada, as a very small child, he can be a prince, the greatest prince, but he chose only Vishnu as his priority over the prince. He, whatever the outer world, he did not get enticed by it, because if he can experience the Parandama, Vishnu himself, nothing can be connected to that. When Duryodhana had a choice that he can choose, and first Arjuna got the choice and he chose Krishna, and Duryodhana chose the whole Sena. And when he chose the whole Sena and goes to Saguni and tells him, I got the whole Sena, Arjuna did not have the brain to choose the Sena, so I got the whole Sena, he only got Krishna. Even Saguni said, that's why Bhagavan said, my enemies know about me better. Saguni said, what a fool, Krishna means success. And simply having Krishna, he is the success. Whichever side he is, that side will become success. All that when we understand the greater reality, when Paramashiva is our identity, nothing but success is the way we exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan here gives us the ultimate signs of understanding the higher realities. Make sure you verify authentically. We'll have one more quick cycle. Just unclutch from everything. Sit only as Paramashiva. Few minutes, only what you see in the screen. Just like that. You are Paramashiva with 20 hands and 50 hands, because you'll feel more alive. When you chant with so many ears, you will feel so alive. And deep listening brings you to the oneness with Paramashiva. And entangling with Paramashiva, mirroring himself in you, is the ultimate gift we can experience. And whatever he shows, just make a note of it. And simply it'll be 100, 200% perfect. So when you experience these power manifestation, you can share it in the social media. And at the end of it, we can take a screenshot of what you're Googling and what is there. Even if you get the one word or few lines correct, make sure you take a picture and you post it at the end of the session, causing the other people to become Paramashiva. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely for the second cycle, experiencing the length dimension, downloading large amount of knowledge. Let's sit straight, put away your gadgets, unclutch from everything outer world. How you go to sleep, just be in the same state. But with awareness, we are going to the same sleep, experiencing the Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, oneness with Paramashiva. Be in that bhava. You are Sundareshwara, you are Kalabhairava, you are the Ishtadevata, what you are holding. You are not having the identity of them. You are that. Hold that bhava, chant the Mahavakya, express the powers of Paramashiva.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up.
Paramashivoham.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.